Hello, my name is Nur Naziha and today we are going to present our mini project which the species we choose is cat and the breed is Siamese. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce my group members. Muhammad Iqmal Tajuddin, Muhammad Shukri Amir, Muhammad Abdillah, Ng Puisi, Nur Shahira and Nur Atika Husna. Siamese cats are perhaps best known for their sleek, distinctive appearance. Although many Siamese cats are a silver grey color with blue eyes, these pretty kitties' coats can also be orange, brown, cream and even blue or lilac color, among other coat variations. But there's much more to Siamese cats than their mysteriously good looks. The Siamese cat is one of the first distinctly recognized breed of Asian cat. The original Siamese became one of the most popular breeds in Europe and North America in the 19th century. The careful, refined, more extreme feature modern-style Siamese is characterized by blue almond-shaped eyes, a triangular head shape, large ears, an elongated, slender and muscular body, and various forms of point coloration. The International Cat Associations describe the modern Siamese as affectionate, social, intelligent, and playful into adulthood, often enjoying a game of fetch. A description and depiction of the witcher mud first appears in a collection of ancient manuscripts called the Tamra Meo. Thai legend has it that the king of Burma Shimbushin found and read the poem for the Thai cats in the Tamra Meo. The poem describes Thai cats as being as rare as gold, and anyone that owns this cat will become wealthy. He told his army to round up all the Sufa cats and bring them back to Burma along with the other treasures. The beautiful Siamese is the legendary temple cat of the king of Siam. The cats were not only valued by the king for their exquisite beauty, but also they were used as a guard cats. Siamese would be perched on tall columns around the throne of the king. If anyone threatened the king, the cats would jump down from the pillars onto the individual. Between the size of the Siamese, their strength and their ability to jump down from a height, they would knock the person to the floor. If need be, they would scratch at the face of the person who thought he could harm the king of Siam. Characteristics of cat. Cats have highly sophisticated night vision. They have a reflective layer called the tapetum lucidum behind the retina of the eye that allows them to see up to 7 times better than humans at night. 2. Hearing. Cats are very sensitive to sound, with a range of hearing both above and below the range of frequencies that can be detected by people. Cats generally turn their head towards the direction of the sound while listening to pinpoint the location. Siamese cats are among the most vocal cats, enjoying long conversations with their human friends. They are loving, loyal, and crave human companionship, making them excellent family pets. 3. Smell and taste. The domestic cat's sense of smell is 4 times stronger than ours. Cats have twice as many olfactory receptors in their nose as humans do. A cat behaves by wrinkling its nose, lowering its jaw and tongue. It is opening the passage for the organ. Most cats are excited by the smell of catnip, a plant that is a member of the mint family. However, not all cats react in the same way. Some become manic, others roll and purr, others are minimally affected. This herb is harmless and can be given to your cat either directly or as part of a catnip toy or ball. 4. Touch. The cat has 24 vibrissae better. 4. Touch. The cat has 24 vibrissae, better known as whiskers. Most are located on and around the face, but some are also located on the lower part of the cat's leg. The part of the brain that processes information from the whiskers allow the cat to create a 3-dimensional map of his surroundings. The whiskers pick up tiny vibrations that are created in the environment.
Physical traits and appearance of Siamese cat. The Siamese cat earned fame and popularity due to its distinctive appearance. The most prominent feature of a Siamese cat is the point coloration appearing at different spots of the body, most likely face, ears, legs, paw, and tails. Siamese cat are one of the famous cat breed due to their unique appearance. So, the Siamese cat are famous for having beautiful light blue, almond-shaped eye that look adorable with every coat color. The coat and its color play a vital role in making Siamese cat breed distinctive among other cat breeds. Siamese cat have a short coat with a fine and silky texture and long stripes. The coat usually appear in different colors like lilac, chocolate, ivory, pale fawn, off-white, cream, seal, and blue. The different color and pattern of the Siamese cat coat are determined by several genetic sets. So for your information, newborn Siamese cat are almost completely white, and it can take up to a year for their full color to develop. However, they will start to show their point as early as 3 weeks of age. As the body of a cat is cold at its face, tail, legs, and paws, the coat color are those areas turn black due to the pigmentation. Okay, now we go to the personality and temperament of the Siamese cat. The Siamese cat is not only beautiful but also highly intelligent. Their high intelligence allow them to learn things quickly, which coupled with natural curiosity, which means you can see them playing through your drawers and furniture, and they are likely to grab your attention by doing weird things. Next, Siamese cat are among the most vocal cats, which mean they enjoying long conversation with their human friends. They are loving, loyal, crave companionship, making them excellent family pets. The last one, although they love a good snuggle on a warm lap, they also high energy level, which means it is important to interact and play with them. By means, they easily learn to play fetch and catch.
Now, moving on to the care and good practices that can be applied to the Siamese cat. For your information, good Siamese cat should have these kind of characteristics, which are vocal, enjoying conversations with their owners, loving, affectionate, loyal, highly intelligent, energetic, and playful. First of all, individuals who wanted to buy the cat must make sure that they are dealing with a proper cat breeder. For example, choose a breeder that loves cat and also making a living by selling kittens. Try to avoid breeders that let their breeding stocks in outdoor runs, as it will cause the cat to not well socialized. Ensure that the cat is already socialized by the breeder so that the cat will get used to new people and not scared. Do not buy kitten from a place where the kitten is not with its mother. Other than that, consider purchasing the cat at the proper age, which means the kittens are already weaned by 8 weeks of age and already spending much more time away from their mother. Moreover, the kitten's ability to adapt to new situations and environments will activate it around 12 weeks of age.
For the diet, Siamese cats normally do better on simple food that is not too heavy. A proper food diet should be enough as long as meat in the feed is listed as first or second ingredient in the label and have low percentage of cereal content. Also, make sure the cat got adequate amount of clean water. In addition, litter box should be provided for the cat and should be placed in a quiet spot where it is safe for the cat to defecate. Cat litter has many types, so it is important to know which type would the cat feel comfortable to use. Even though Siamese cat has short hair, it is required for the owner to brush regularly to condition its skin and coat. The teeth also need to be brushed at least twice a week to reduce dental plaque and maintain long-term oral health.
For owners, cleaning the litter box is a must to prevent the cat from defecating anywhere other than the litter box. First, the feces should be scooped out from the litter box daily or twice a week, generally depending on the circumstances such as number of cats, number of litter box, as well as the type of litter sand used. Some of them might also need to change the litter every other day or once a week. The litter really needs to be changed, otherwise the odor comes out or the litter will clump or wet. Scrub the litter box as well when replacing and make sure you use mild dish detergent with ammonia or citrus oil. Cleaning products that is toxic to cats should be avoided. Siamese cat and any other breed do not need training for them to defecate in the litter box. They use their instinct to detect it as long as the owner showed them where the litter box is. Bathing also needs a proper technique in it. Siamese cats do not like getting wet but like to play with water. They also have remarkable interest in water and tend to splash it whenever they want. Before taking the cat to the bath, its nails must be cut first before they injure the owner during bathing. Therefore, tools like sponge, towel, grooming brush, comb, and formulated shampoo for cats or Flea shampoo are needed. For the water, avoid it from being cold. Slightly hotter than lukewarm water is recommended. Put few drops of shampoo into the first container and mix, and do not completely fill the container with water. The cat might not like to dip its face in the water. When washing, the cat must be put in the first container gently. Firmly support the cat so that its body getting wet except its head. Gently work with soap and shampoo the cat's fur up to the neck area. Then, rinse and remove the soapy water. During rinsing, the cat must be taken to the second container that is full of clean water. Rinse well and squeeze away as much water as possible with hands. 4 or 5 times of rinsing should be enough to get the fur properly cleaned. The more the rinse, the more the shampoo will get out of the cat's coat. For drying, move the cat out of the container and wrap up securely with a towel without covering its face. Rub the towel over the cat's fur gently and also use cotton bud to clean the dirt in the ears. Next, comb the hair and leave the cat alone in a dry place to dry up its fur. During bathing, there are rules that can and cannot be done to the cat. First one is never use human soap or shampoo. The second one is bathing regularly is not needed. The third one is don't use human hairdryer to dry the fur, as it would damage the roots of the coat. Other than that, brush the cat to remove any excess fur, and lastly, do not dunk them underwater.
Next is to keep the cat active. The owner should supervise the cat by keeping the doors closed. Block off rooms as necessary to avoid the cat from trouble. or avoiding inappropriate surfaces for jumping, as well as keeping up with their energy, because these species have an unusual amount of energy for a cat. Other than that, it is recommended that the owner provide a scratching post near the cat's bed for the cat to have an outlet for scratching. Affection from the owner and people around the cat is also important, as they are very affectionate to humans, such as playing together and cuddling. It is advisable to schedule playtime for the cat twice a day. Playtime such as chasing after laser point and pounce after a ball should be necessary. Rich environment also should be provided for the cat to play, such as setting up a high and safe places for them to climb. Toys such as little fury ball or stuffed doll could be placed around the cat so that they can play with them to avoid getting bored and stressed. Siamese cat also has their own proper diet for their health. They eat both dry and wet food like most other species. However, they should not be overfed to avoid being overweight. These are a proper balanced diet that should have in the cat's feed, which is 28% of protein, 36% of carbohydrates, 3% of fiber, 21% of fat, 2% of vitamin, and 6% of minerals. Hence, for dry food, it must contain lots of fats and protein for their growth. Meanwhile, for adults, they need protein and fat along with fiber, vitamins, minerals, and omega-3 and 6. In wet food, carbohydrates, protein, omega-3 and 6, and taurine should be in the feed. Besides, other components such as iron, calcium, magnesium, and potassium should be in it too. But wet food should not be overfed, as it may cause bad breath, plaque, and bloody urine. Homemade cat food can be served fully cooked, half cooked, or raw. Raw food needs to be balanced. To ensure that your homemade raw food is balanced correctly, you'll need to buy some supplements. There is a significant difference between wet food and homemade food. Wet food might be lacking in essential nutrients, while for the homemade food you know exactly what it is in the food. Wet food requires practically no time to prepare, while for the homemade food it is cheaper than canned wet food, unless you feed your cat the best cuts of meat. For the wet food, weaning cat is important and timely step. Cats cannot go cold turkey, while for the homemade food it will have no filler or additives. For the wet food, processed wet food is likely to host harmful bacteria such as Salmonella and Listeria, while for the homemade food, the food will be fresher. But not least, make sure the cat gets medical care as soon as possible when the cat has experiencing any of these signs, which are: number 1, scratching or shaking the head, tender ears or ear discharge. Number 2, cloudiness, redness, itching or any other abnormality involving the eyes. Number 3, straining or inability to urinate or discolored urine. Number 4, agitation with rippling skin, crying and chewing at the skin.
Now, I will continue on the health management of Siamese cat. A disease is a certain abnormal condition that has a negative effect over or part of the body structure or function, and it is not caused by an immediate and external injury. Medical conditions associated with specific signs and symptoms are often known to be disease. Many diseases and health conditions are genetic. All cats can develop genetic health problems, just like all people can inherit a specific disease. Nowadays, owners need to be alert on general health information for cat, especially weight management. Weight problems are common in cat and can be managed successfully by changes in cat food or dietary program. The most effective way to achieve healthy weight is by combining a nutrition change with increased exercise. Next, obesity is an important disease that contributes to an amazing number of diseases and deaths in cats. Today, the relevation is better known and understood than in the last decades, but too many owners are unaware of the danger of their pets' extra weight. Excess weight is one of the most important factors for the development of arthritis, diabetes, and other diseases that threaten life. In Siamese cat, excess weight may reduce the life of cat by up to 2 years and cause arthritis to begin 2 years earlier. Diabetes is an inherited illness with a much higher chance of developing in overweight cat. The more obese a cat gets, the more diabetic it becomes. Hepatic lipidosis or fatty liver diseases are another potentially fatal disease in overweight cat. In an overweight cat stop eating because of any reason, hepatic lipidosis may develop within only 48 hours. Besides, dental disease for cat also important. Dental disease is a chronic problem among pets who are not brushed regularly on their teeth. Sadly, most cats do not care about their own teeth very well, and probably Siamese is included in this. The cat will probably develop serious dental disease without further assistance and care. Dental disease begins with food residue that harden into tooth which build up the visible teeth and eventually causes gum and tooth root to become infected. To detect dental problem in Siamese or other cats in early stage is important. There are some examples of early stage problem of dental disease. For instance, is chronic bad breath, shies away when people try to touch their mouth area, excessive drool, dropping food when eating, bleeding in their mouth, loss of appetite or weight loss, and yellowish brown crush of tartar around the gum line. So, protection of the cat from dental disease. Protection of the cat from dental disease from the very beginning can help prevent or delay the need for further treatment of dental disease by removing food residue regularly. This treatment can be stressful for the cat and costly for owner. Therefore, preventive care is helpful everywhere. In several cases of chronic dental infection, the cat may even lose teeth or sustain damage to internal organ. In addition, vaccine protect against certain virus and bacterial infectious disease. Siamese, like all cats, are susceptible through vaccination to bacterial and viral infections such as panleukopenia, virus, rhinotracheosis, and rabies. The risk is high, therefore, vaccines which are highly recommended for all cats are called core vaccine. Vaccines are also available to protect against other dangerous diseases such as feline leukemia virus or FELV. Do kitten vaccination and cat vaccination are necessary? Yes, the answer is yes. A kitten or cat owner is responsible for the well-being of their feline friends, and this includes happiness and longevity of life. Cat vaccination are an integral component in the longevity equation. Kitten vaccination and cat vaccination are medically and scientifically proven to prevent various insidious disease. There are also several types of cat vaccine, which is panleukemia, rhinotracheosis, virus, rabies, and feline leukemia. Next, most cats show no ill side effect from receiving a cat vaccine, but there are also several symptoms that might indicate negative side effect from a cat vaccine, which is fever, loss of appetite, vomiting, diarrhea, swelling and redness around the injection site, lameness, and hives.
In addition, one of the best things for Siamese cat is to spare her nurture for male. This procedure involves the operation of removing ovaries and usually uterus in female and remove testicle in males. Spaying or neutering cat reduces the likelihood of certain type of cancer and prevent cat from getting unwanted offspring and becoming pregnant. Hoof sacks are usually less territorial, and neutering especially reduces the occurrence of urine spray and marking in males. The operation also allows identifying and addressing certain diseases in cats that may develop while cat in under anesthesia. The age of cat to get neutered or spayed are in between 4 to 6 months. Cat neutering refers to the castration or the removal of the testicle of a male cat so that he cannot impregnate a female cat. Cat neutering surgery include the following procedure: The veterinarian will use the sedation and anesthesia for the procedure to avoid any discomfort felt by the cat. Then, the attending staff monitor the cat breathing and heart rate, oxygen level, blood pressure, plan of anesthesia, and overall health during the anesthetic procedure. After that, the surgeon makes a small incision in the front of the scrotum, and then each testicle is removed and the blood supply and vas deferens, which is spermatic cord, are tied off. Lastly, the veterinarian closed the incision with surgical glue. Spaying a cat refers to the ovariohysterectomy or the removal of portion of the reproductive system of a female cat, so she cannot get pregnant and give birth to kittens. Cat spaying is a surgical procedure that a veterinary surgeon can properly and safely perform. The procedure for a cat spaying can refer in the slide. Although cat neutering could result in some discomfort right after surgery, the veterinarian will take various measures for pain relief. There are some additional steps that need to be taken at home by the owner after cat operation, which is providing the cat with a quiet place to recover indoor and away from the other animal. Keep the cat indoor and attempt to limit running and jumping, preventing the cat from licking the incision site, which may cause infection. By monitoring the cat and utilizing an e-collar, checking the incision site daily to confirm proper healing and looking for any redness, swelling, or discharge at the surgery site. Deworming plays an essential role in maintaining a healthy Siamese cat. Parasites that can infect a kitten through the mother milk and a dog get infected through flea-aid or contact with other animals. Owner also need to protect cat from parasite and worm. All kinds of worm and bugs can invade the Siamese body inside and out. Everything from fleas and teeth to ear mite can infest its skin and ear. This parasite can cause pain, discomfort, and even death to Siamese cat. Kittens need to be dewormed at 2, 4, 6, and 8 weeks. Usually, every 3 months, it should be done by a dog. The deworming of a cat must be at least monthly if it lives outside at hand-vermin. There are some symptoms of cat that has worms or infected by worm. For example, white worms in the feces or vomit, excessive vomiting, diarrhea, weight loss, sensitive anus, suffer growth retardation, and swollen abdomen.
So next is our recommendation for the pet cat industry. Pet care industry is expanding and changing in a global presence. It is because of the growth of pet population. The first recommendation is improve access to an integrated pet care ecosystem. One of the most prominent ways technology has changed the pet care industry is by creating an ecosystem in which owners can easily connect with reliable services such as veterinary services. Second, provide better nutrition and fitness routines. A nutritious, balanced diet is essential to keeping your cat healthy. Learn what you should be feeding your cat at every stage of its life. Since your indoor kitty needs less energy to fulfill her usually daily routine, most vets recommend that you choose a wet food wherever possible. Dry foods such as kibble are packed full of carbohydrates, providing energy that your cat simply doesn't need. Third, keeping them engaged while you are away. Provide them food puzzles and toys is a way of keeping your cat entertained, or set up a special space to keep your cat entertained. A designated play zone is important in setting boundaries for where the action happens. Fourth, provide pet food and vet care. The pet food industry is one of the most significant parts of the pet industry. Pet owners are more aware of the impact pet food has on their pet's health. After pet food and treats, vet care and product sales were responsible for the pet industry growth.
Nowadays, there are unique lines of products dedicated to the wellness and well-being of pets. Pet owners can buy anything from flea treatments to pet vitamins. So, for the conclusion of our presentation, the cat's predatory nature as well as its unique evolutionary adaptations has allowed it to thrive all over the world in almost any environment, including ours. Their talent and intelligence make them wonderful companions to humans and successful as a species. We can take good care of them by remembering that even though they are our companions, they require a diet that promotes good health, a raw, prey-based diet.
That's all from us. Thank you.